Young Construction has been Iowa's roofing leader for over 20 years. We haven't just been nailing roofs, we've been giving back, growing relationships, constantly learning, and building a reputation as your home exterior experts.
Your home exterior experts. Call on Young Construction.
Today we're here with Tami Young. She's one of the owners of Young Construction, and her and Dan have 3 children, Michael, Josh, and Olivia.
Correct.
Josh and Michael are twins. Which one's older?
Michael by 1 minute.
Michael by 1 minute. And Michael was actually born with spina bifida.
Correct.
And October is Spina Bifida Awareness Month. So this month we thought we would do an awareness campaign, talk to his parents, and actually talk to Michael about what it's like living with spina bifida, how we can help as a community, and just what it is, because it's not super common.
No.
But more kids and adults have it than you would know.
Exactly.
And so we're going to talk to Tami now about what it is.
Yeah, when I was first pregnant and I got the diagnosis of spina bifida, I had no clue what it was. But what spina bifida is it happens in the first month of pregnancy, and it's when the spinal cord doesn't develop completely. So you have a spinal cord that doesn't form or doesn't close all the way.
And did they see that on the ultrasound then?
Yeah, I saw it probably I had a specialty ultrasound because I had twins. So we saw it, and I had some complications in the first trimester, so I saw it about 20 weeks.
That's crazy that they can see it that early on.
Yep. They saw it at 20 weeks, and I still remember the day of getting that diagnosis.
Were they born early?
36 weeks.
36 weeks. So then you knew ahead of time, so you were able to then, they transported them to a clinic that could help, or?
Nope. At 20 weeks, we found out we had one child, baby A, with spina bifida. And
later to be Michael.
And then child B was Joshua. And we didn't know what spina bifida was. And I think that is something that we need to educate our health field is you know, when we said, what is spina bifida, the doctor, the specialist says, if you think your child's going to play football, you need to think again, because he's not going to play football. And they also gave us an alternative option of what we could do if we did not want to have a child that had a disability. So I think we need to, one, educate that a disability is not a negative thing, that there's a lot of abilities in disabilities that children do bring out to families and the communities. So that's one thing that we really need to do, is be advocates to our communities. Be advocates when we diagnose a child with a disability in the pregnancies for the parents. So.
Yeah, there's a lot of blessings along the way.
Correct.
I mean, I had no clue what spina bifida was. When you guys said Michael had spina bifida, I didn't know. Could he walk? Was he in a wheelchair? Did he have autism along with it? I didn't know exactly what. And he is fully functioning. He is way smarter than me.
He's way smarter than me.
Gosh.
You know, we got the diagnosis 15 years ago, and you know, unfortunately, the doctor wasn't very positive, and I don't think he was positive because he really doesn't understand.
Right, because it's not as common.
All he does is he diagnoses somebody with spina bifida, and you know, he's not going to walk. He's going to have urology issues. He's going to have this issue, and he doesn't get to see what the kids become. You know, and
they don't see him after birth, really.
Yeah, they don't really see him after birth, and this doctor's more of a a baby doctor, and he sees that that they have to have surgery to close the spine, and they got to have surgery maybe for a shunt for fluid on the brain.
Yeah, so Michael has been through a lot of surgeries, and you guys have been there right along with him.
Yep.
And it's not one for the faint of heart.
Nope.
It's time consuming, it's financially consuming, mentally draining at times, and you guys had your own business. So trying to juggle, what do we do now?
Fortunately, when Michael was born, I was working for a small radio company, and it was family owned, and they were wonderful people to work for, and they helped me along the way. And one of my coworkers at a different location had spina bifida. She was a DJ at the radio station, so they were very aware of spina bifida. So they were very positive along the way and encouraged me to take time off and to do what I needed to do for my family. And so that's something that I'm truly grateful for, was for the Koloff family. But it's very emotionally exhausting, especially to be first-time parents and having 2 kids and then one with a disability.
Right, yeah, a lot of people don't have the opportunity to get time off, or they don't get paid for their time off, plus the driving, and then you have to stay at the facility where your child's having surgery, you can't leave him alone for a week while he's in recovery. And Michael, he can walk basically still, and he functions like any other teenage boy. He, talks to girls, and he has his own moped, and he
has a moped, and he does what he wants to do. But it can be a lot for people that have a job and has an employer and they can't take time off. So to work for an employer and have financial hardships and having to take time off or have kids at home and trying to balance, because you don't want to show too much to the kid with that's having surgery and not
be strong for them.
Yeah, be strong for them and not being with the other kids at home and the drive time and the balance. So it can be financially hard and emotionally hard too.
Yeah, it definitely can. And that's why we want to raise awareness, not just this month, but every month. But we're doing a campaign this month to help families with the assistance for travel and lodging and everything that goes with.
Yeah. And that's going with the Iowa Spina Bifida Association, which Michael was younger, we did a lot more, we were a lot more involved with that with Jessica Dane. I think she's going to come and speak too, but the Iowa Spina Bifida Association is wonderful. I know that we can designate money to, I think you can explain that.
Yep, we'll designate money to specific lodging and travel funds for parents just in Iowa for this foundation, and we're really excited to bring awareness mostly and to show that it's not something to be scared of. It's not something you won't make it through. It's just something that you live with. Thanks, Tami, for being on today. We'll have her on other podcasts too.
Thank you.
Spina bifida is a journey you never expect to take. It's not a journey that you wish for a child or a loved one, and it's not one for the faint of heart. However, there are many blessings to see along the way.
Your home exterior experts. Call on Young Construction.